There are various steps: collection, इकट्ठा करना, presentation, tables में, diagrams में, graphs में, pictures में present करना, and each step we go on summarizing data. When we collect, it is a huge data. We summarize it into tables, into graphs. Then we further summarize it for the purpose of analysis, classify them into categories, according to purpose. Finally, we interpret the data. What is interpretation? Just drawing conclusions. You have a table before you. What is happening? Population is continuously rising. Calculate the average, at this rate it is rising. National income is continuously rising. We calculate the rate of change and we find. So, basically the main steps are collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation. These are big steps, but here we study only one. Steps in simply collection of data. हालांकि और आगे जाते हैं, लेकिन हम यहाँ सिर्फ कलेक्शन की बात करेंगे. First step, draw a complete plan. Draw a complete plan. What do we mean by planning? What type of data is to be collected? One aspect. From whom it is to be collected? Selecting the sample, selecting the universe. By what methods it is to be collected? कौन सा मेथड अपनाएंगे इसको, सैंपल या सेंसस? What is likely to be the expenditure involved? What is likely to be the time period involved? So, what data, what, from whom, by what method, expenditure involved, time period involved. We have to look into all the aspects before we start collecting data. We have to plan. Second, decide whether census or sample. सेंसस लेंगे या सैंपल लेंगे, दोनों में फर्क क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू? दोनों में फर्क ये होता है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू वांट टू कलेक्ट डेटा about children of a particular school. If you take all the children, it is a census. If you take only a sample of children, say 2000 students, you select only 200 and then make a survey. Then it is a sample. So whether to adopt census or sample, that is another aspect of collection of data. How will we decide? Normally, expenditure and time, they determine. If you have a shorter time, sample is better. If you have a short budget, sample is better. Surveying 200 children is much less time consuming, much less costly than contacting all the 2000 children. So that you have to decide according to your resources, according to your requirement. Then third, prepare a design. Design normally here means questionnaire. क्या क्या सवाल पूछेंगे? Prepare a design. क्या क्या सवाल पूछेंगे? Naturally, how many questions? First thing to be decided. Whatever may be the number of questions, the question must be clearly phrased so that the respondents, the person who has to answer this question, feels comfortable in doing that. Once again, this all depends on your budget and time. More the number of questions, more the time involved, more the number of questions, more the cost involved. In any case, when you plan, you have to plan the design, the questionnaire. Then you have prepared the questionnaire. Mode of distribution of questionnaire. Mode of distribution of questionnaire. क्या मतलब है इसका? How will you contact the respondent? Directly or through mail, through post? Will you send the questionnaire by post? The respondent will answer and return back to you. You contact the respondent at his home, at his office, ask questions directly and record his response. Normally, mail questionnaire is preferred. Why? Lower cost. You have to simply post a letter. In case of direct, you have to go to the home. Number two, wider reach. You can contact any part of the world just by sending a mail. Today is the age of computer. By sending email, your questionnaire can reach within minutes to all those from whom you want response. Now imagine if you contact them individually, how much costly it would be, how much time consuming will it be. So lower cost, wide reach, and another advantage, a big advantage, when the surveyor is standing before you and you are answering the questions, the answers may be different. When the questionnaire is before you and nobody is present, you have to answer on your own. The answers may be more honest, more detailed. Then you give answers directly. So mail questionnaire is likely to have independent views. So lower cost, wider reach, and independent views. These are some of the advantages of mail questionnaire. But there are advantages of personal interviews also. Personal interview के भी अपने advantages हैं. You get the response immediately. You have not to wait. कब चिट्ठी आएगी, कब नहीं आएगी. हो सकता है वो चिट्ठी ना भी भेजे, वो वापस ना भी करे. The spontaneous response. You go there, meet him, take his response, record it down. And response rate may be larger. People avoid sometimes, चाहे चिट्ठी आ गई है, forget about it. क्या जवाब देना है इसका. So response may be larger. Number 3, the respondent wants some clarification about a particular questions. You are standing there, you can clarify. By post it is not possible to clarify because your question may be vague. Respondent doesn't know how to answer this question. What do you actually require in this question? So by post has its own advantages. Direct interview, personal interview has its own advantages. It is the requirement of the surveyor, of the investigator, which will determine, of course, cost and time, which will determine which choice will he make. Finally, the final step, check the forms, filled in forms for completeness and accuracy. क्या उसने सभी सवालों के जवाब दिए हैं? क्या वो जवाब एक्यूरेट से लगते हैं? ये भी एक प्रोसेस है इन डेटा कलेक्शन.